Hi, welcome! Today, we'll learn how to combine Synthesizer V Studio Pro and Vocoflex for a variety of different use cases, unlocking the full potential of both creative tools for vocal production. For those of you who don't know, Synthesizer V Studio Pro is Dreamtonics' flagship software, a synthesizer capable of generating vocals with human-level naturalness using MIDI and lyrics. As for Vocoflex, it is an audio effects plugin for voice transformation. It allows you to analyze a vocal and sing using that same voice, or generating new voices, either by using the integrated voice generator or combining multiple voices from your own files or choosing one from the voice presets. I imagine you already have an idea of how these two can work together. Now, let's check a few examples so we can get a better understanding of the workflow. So, let's get started. Okay, so first, let's load Synthesizer V Studio Pro on an instrument track. Go over to Instrument, there we go. If we want the plugin to coordinate with the DAW, we need to open the ARA plugin on an audio track. Both plugin versions are included in your Synthesizer V purchase. And let's create a few notes now. Right now we only have la-la-las, so double-click on a note, type in the word you want and press space to go to the next note. Now, everything will sound like a synthwave, so we need to load a voice that can sing the words. I will use Hayden 2 for this case, a very versatile pop voice which can sing very passionately and upfront or to give a very soft and tender performance. Now, let's hear it.
I love you.
And that's how easy it is to start using Synthesizer V Studio Pro. If you would like to know more details or find out how you can tweak all of the different parameters available, please check our tutorial series dedicated to the software on our YouTube channel. Great, so I will delete this track and I will show you a project which I already worked on a little. Let's open the project. Okay, let's take a look at the first part of this project and see what we would like to change using Vocoflex.
Don't wanna be alone, hide in the dark, hoping that nobody can find me. Is it true? Real love is not for my life, 'cause I know that, baby, I know that. Why every time that I see, I just can't deny it. And you know I would do anything to find it. If there is no place where to begin, I'll make my own.
Okay, I think it already sounds really good, but we can add some flavor and direction to it using Vocoflex. I'm processing each track separately, and to have the multiple Synthesizer V tracks available for routing in the DAW, go over to Settings, Audio and MIDI, and on the plugin channel layout, select Track Combined. So we just need to load Vocoflex in our effects change as a normal plugin after Synthesizer V, and we can start using it. As you may notice, I have some compression going on here. That's because I want the input for Vocoflex to have a consistent level, so the software can work properly. To save some time, I'm using a native preset. After that, you can process this vocal normally, maybe adding some de-essing or EQ. Now, first I would like the voice to stay as it is, but then I wanted to transform into a female voice. So let's load one of the female voices we have as presets here. Let's use bright female J-pop. Now, the voice I loaded is represented by a curve with multiple dots, and each one of these dots represents a small segment of the audio file. The more dots connect to the cursor, the higher the amount of that voice timbre we're going to get. So, let's hear it.
I don't wanna be alone, hide in the dark, hoping that nobody can find me.
Great. Now I will automate the bypass so the effect turns on and off whenever I want. Let's add it. And let's start the automation. Okay, we have our automation. Now, let's listen to it.
I don't wanna be alone, hide in the dark, hoping that nobody can find me. Is it true? Real love is not for my life, 'cause I know that, baby, I know that. Why every time that I see,
I just can't deny it. And you know I would do anything to find it. If there is no place where to begin, I'll make my own.
So now we have more of an artistic direction. Okay, let's listen to the second part.
Feeling like all the time I was afraid to shine. Why do I hide all the place I like?
Cool. So the second part is more frenetic. Now I'm thinking of making the voice change timbres constantly. That will make it fit better the changing nature of the instrumental. But for that, I want to use some voice recordings I have. The first one is Oslavia. Let's hear her.
As I'm trying to forget.
I can load the audio file either by clicking on the curve symbol here or by drag and dropping it. So let's take it, and there we go. The second one is Fuku. Let's give it a listen.
私の気持ちを
Let's take it. Also, I want a third one, but I would like to use the voice generator for that. So let's click on the dot symbol over here to open it. The voice generator works like a color palette, where you can place the cursor over the color spectrum depending on the characteristics you want your voice to have. Let's hear it, and if we don't like it, we can move the cursor over a different part or click on randomize to generate a new color spectrum. I will move mine over a feminine voice with kind of a middle tone.
Feeling like all the time I was afraid to shine. Why do I hide all the place I like?
Okay, I like that one. Let's add it by clicking on apply. And now we have 4 voices. Do you remember how I mentioned that the lines going to the cursor represent the amount of timbre we are getting from that voice? So if we move the cursor around, we get to change in between voices and voice combinations. So what if I would like to move the cursor around, but I want to export it with the cursor moving as well? What I can do, I can go over to automation and enable automation for cursor's X and cursor's Y position. Now let's set them. Let's adjust the playback. Change the mode to right. Now I can record my manual automation for the track. Also, you can change the size of the cursor using the scrolling wheel so more lines will reach it.
Feeling like all the time I was afraid to shine. Why do I hide all the place I like?
Okay, let's check if the automation works.
Feeling like all the time I was afraid to shine. Why do I hide all the place I like?
Perfect. Now, for the next section of the song, I have kind of a calmer part that leads into a singing section with multiple voices, but using Hidden 2 for all the tracks. Let's give it a listen.
If there's anything else, other option in the world,
And I know how it seems, but I want to believe.
I don't wanna be I don't wanna be alone, hide in the dark, hoping that nobody can find me. Is it true? Real love is not for my life, 'cause I know that, baby, I know that.
Great. I will leave the calmer part as it is, and for the multiple voices section, I'm going to add Vocoflex to each track and transform the voices as the section progresses. Okay, to each Vocoflex instance, I added a male and a female voice, so I want the multiple voices to change from male to female and to a combination of both at the end. Let's give it a listen.
I don't wanna be I don't wanna be I don't wanna be alone, hide in the dark,
Hoping that nobody can find me.
is it true?
Real love is not for my life, 'cause I know that, baby, I know that.
Perfect. I love how it sounds. Now, some of you may think, okay, why buy multiple voices for Synthesizer V Studio 2 Pro if I already have all the voices I want using only Vocoflex? Well, it is technically true that the possibilities for Vocoflex are unlimited, since you can pick a target voice, load it, and use it, recreating not only the timbre but also the characteristics of the voice recording itself. However, the performance you input is also important, not only when it comes to technical aspects such as optimal gain staging, but also singing technique. To give an example, I know that Hayden 2 can't sing using an operatic voice, because he doesn't have the vocal mode for it. But Felicia 2, on the other hand, can, thanks to her operatic vocal mode. So using a combination of Synthesizer V Studio 2 Pro with Vocoflex allows you to get the most out of each voice you own, expanding their already incredible flexibility. We recommend you to check the multiple bundles we have available for sale in our store, so you can pick the best option for your projects. But of course, a tool as powerful as Vocoflex is not only great to change the voice, gender, or move around multiple timbres, but it's also an incredible tool for sound design and live settings. So, for the final part, I recorded myself so you can get an idea of how it will work for a live performance. In order to use Vocoflex as a live tool, activate real time and use the lowest latency setting. This causes a small drop of quality, but the input voice is still being transformed to the target voice. To move around more freely, use these small circles. They are called waypoints, and you can move the cursor to them by using your keyboard or MIDI controller. You just need to go to the settings section and scroll down to find the configuration menu. To create one, click at the bottom part of the interface, and if you click on the Add button, a waypoint will be added at the cursor's position. Change the order of the waypoints by clicking on the wire button. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great! So let's hear the vocal with Vocoflex and remove it afterwards.
And if there's anything I can take, maybe right now it's not too late. Maybe I can find it in the end.
Perfect. Also, as a counterpart, I added a different vocal section using multiple voices. First, let's remove this. Let's open it. Let's put it here. Expand it. Okay, so I use Richie 2, a rap vocalist who can also sing, making it a very versatile voice to use. I use Natalie 2, a colorful voice capable of fitting into a wide variety of genres. Also Felicia 2, a powerful voice with multiple vocal modes available, ideal for electronic music, opera, or musical. And last but not least, Amara, a very warm singer perfect for performances filled with unique, soft textures. To each one of these voices, I added a Vocoflex instance and decided to go into a more sound design path. For example, for Richie, I wanted to create a very present low end, so I loaded the sound of a crocodile and added some distortion with saturation. This is how it sounds. Now, for Natalie 2, I wanted some high end, so I loaded an aircraft sound with an orchestra tuning to add musical tonality to it. Let's open it. Also for Felicia 2, I wanted to combine a human element with a mechanical element, so I fused the sound of a film camera with a crowd. Let's hear it. And for Amara, I also wanted to use an animal, but now with, kind of an electronic element. So I combined a bird sound with a printer. Let's open it. So far, we have been loading all kinds of sounds to the software. But what if we use a non-human sound as an input? I loaded these IDM drums and put them as input for Vocoflex, along with my voice. So, let's hear it.
There's anything I can take, yeah, no, it's not too late. Maybe I can find it in the end.
Great. Okay, we are done. I committed some of my tracks to have a smoother run. So, let's listen to the final example.
I don't wanna be alone, hide in the dark, hoping that nobody can find me. Is it true? Real love is not for my life. Cause I know that, baby, I know that. Why? Every time
that I see, I just can't deny it. And you know I would do anything to find it. If there is no place where to begin, I'll make my own.
alright, tonight.
Feeling like all the time I was afraid to shine. Why do I hide over price I let?
Ooh, if there's anything else, other option in the world. Ooh,
And I know how it seems, but I want to believe.
I don't wanna be a, I don't wanna be a, I don't wanna be alone, hide in the dark.
Hoping that nobody can find me.
Is it true? Real love?
It's not for my life. Cause I know that, baby, I know that.
Is anything I can take? Right now it's not too late. Maybe I can find it in the end.
Amazing. I love it. Okay, so today we learned how to use Synthesizer V Studio 2 Pro along with Vocoflex for all kinds of scenarios, as well as the multiple tools we have available when using both together. Presets, original voices, our own audio files, transforming Synthesizer V voices, or any kind of sound really. On their own, both softwares are extremely powerful and creative tools, but together they unlock infinite possibilities for you to experiment and use in your vocal production, music, and sound design. Thank you so much. Follow us so you can get more done in less time with Synthesizer V, Vocoflex, or both. And of course, see you in the next video.